Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast where hopefully we never have to talk about rats again. I'm your rat host, Tony Sidelar. Joining me are several people who've murdered rats. Let's meet them now. Tiff Arment, how are you? How many rats have you killed today?
I have killed 0 rats, unfortunately. I've killed 0 rats. El Scorcho has also killed 0 rats, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? There's only so much fire to go around.
It's true. Jason Snell, explain yourself.
I'm Fury and the Elf Magical and killed a couple of rats today. Feeling good.
Mike Hurley, welcome to Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, thank you. There's more rats in dungeons, but I am Maximilian Thundercliff, the half-orc noble warrior.
Nobody would sign up for my game called Rats and Wagons, so here we are. James Thompson, thanks for bringing the Legos.
I am Nox, the Dragonborn Bard, and I have killed a rat queen. So I think I've broken my fear of rats now.
Liz Miles, you have a lovely mug with, I think, like a Dalek on it. Yeah. Welcome.
Sorry. Obviously, it's a very interesting podcast thing that I'm holding my mug up to the camera.
Yes.
Yes, no, I'm playing Velo, the less demonic, a human warlock who likes to set things on fire, and she has set some rats on fire. She might have killed one, but she definitely set them on fire. Ooh, and scooshed
poison
spray at them. Mm-hmm. Scoosh, scoosh.
Not last and not least, it's Adina Hurley.
Hi, Olena here, half-elf rogue. I don't remember if I've killed any rats today. I've had a couple of drinks, but I can definitely call myself head of trapdoor disabling.
Yes.
I've become a pro of that, and I'm very proud of myself.
You know, you may not have rat blood coating your hands like some heroes, but it takes more than murdering a rat to be a contributing member of the adventurers party. And
exactly. That's what I keep telling myself.
Indeed. And last and also least, it's Meepo the Kobold as Meepo, Rat Slayer. Meepo slays several rats.
Hey, everybody! I'm feeling great!
That's not what Meepo sounds like. Has Meepo been smoking?
He was told it would make him cool.
Oh, poor Meepo.
No, that's just the fire.
So impressionable.
The burning fire of dead rat nests. Oh, God.
Say no to poison rations, Meepo. Say no.
Meepo, don't vape rats. That's not... No one thinks you're cool if you do that. What's cool is saying no to vaping rats. So we rejoin you in the Rat Queen's inner sanctum. This place is awful. You have slain many a rat, including Guthash, the Rat Queen, and you find yourself now relatively safe here. It does smell awful. I'm going to say that you have taken a short rest if you want. Well, anyone needs to spend a hit die if you have a hit die to spend. And I suspect you may wish to do some searching around here.
Yes.
It does seem like you've kind of reached a dead end as far as the Rat Queen, the rat territory goes, but perhaps you found something valuable here.
Well,
let's find out.
There's a dead body that might have been a ranger from that party we were wondering about, so I'm going to...
Do you say that just because I said there's a dead body who looks like it's probably a ranger from that party that disappeared?
You said that there was a ranger, and I thought it was really interesting that you listed the names of the other members of the party, and then also said, also a ranger was in that party, which now I think is because we didn't need a name because that ranger is a dead body.
Ranger was dead.
But I'm gonna,
It's possible that Steve Lutz has just spoiled me against rangers.
Let's up our game from dead rats and investigate corpses.
All right, roll corpse.
Okay.
No, you can just look at it.
I wanna. Am I investigating? Am I medicining? I want to know what the deal is with this corpse.
You can just do perception.
Okay. 22.
All right. This does seem to be the corpse of an adventurer who seems to have died, killed by rats, probably in the last month. I need to explain to you, this does not smell great. But you do search the body of the ranger, and the ranger does have a variety of things that you may wish to bring with you if you're so inclined. Allow me to list them, and you may wish to divvy them up. So the ranger has studded leather armor, slightly chewed, 5 daggers, a longbow, an adventurer's backpack, which contains things like rations, a bedroll, tinderbox, torches, water skin. You could replace your rations that you poisoned with that. A quiver with only 6 arrows remaining, a potion of healing, and a pouch that holds 17 gold pieces. You also discover Furion as you're searching him. The ranger has a gold ring that's probably worth something, and it seems to have the ranger's name etched into the gold. The ranger's name is Caracas.
So we were
I
definitely.
have a question about hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in the short rest column. So is it that I get to roll one, and then every time we take a short rest, I reset it?
You do not reset it until you get a long rest.
A long rest. Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to do that. So do I just roll a hit dice, and then do I press take a short rest in D&D and Beyond?
Players, someone who's
Yeah.
done D&D Beyond more than Dungeon Master has. What is that correct?
Yeah, that's what
Sounds
you do
correct.
is you check your hit die and do take short rest.
Okay.
Oh no! I killed a creature and I gained 3 temporary hit points, and I forgot about that.
Okay, it's also temporary hit points are temporary. I think they go away after a short rest. They're useful in battle.
Damn it! Well, okay, but I forgot about that. I
But
should
also,
remember that.
you'll remember that next time because that could be useful. If you had temporary hit points and then something hits you, it's only your
All right.
temporary hit points that
So,
go away, not your real hit
I'm
points.
going to
So that's
hold
good
on
know.
to the healing potion, and we'll give it to whoever needs it later. And I want to take the longbow.
Okay.
we wanna-
Can you use a longbow?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I am proficient.
Surprising. Nerd.
You know, Furion's got layers, man. Layers.
No, he doesn't.
He
No.
does. He does.
That's not
His layers
not
like
allowed.
a book. You know, pages. Every page is a layer.
That's not. Nobody has described a book as having layers.
Well, that's how far.
Baklava,
Furion
maybe.
is streets
Book,
ahead, man. Streets ahead.
Okay.
It's like a
And let's divvy up the gold pieces evenly, or we'll agree to whatever. We'll take those, and I'll take the ring for safekeeping.
Yep. Does anyone want any of the other stuff that that was on Caracas that you care about? Probably
Daggers.
Olena, you may wish to have some other daggers so that if you need to throw daggers, you don't care about recovering them as much.
I'll take the 5, yeah.
All right, note down that you have 5 additional daggers beyond whatever you already had.
Okay, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Again, about something I forgot. As a warlock, was it that I have less first level spells or something because I only need a short rest to replenish them?
Correct.
Right, I've got to remember that because I want to use my cool spells in battle because we usually get a short rest.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Can you tell us what's left?
That assumes that I would know what is left. Let's see. I don't think anyone bothered to take the armor. Probably you don't really need it because if you needed armor, you're already wearing it. The backpack, which is kind of redundant with things you already had, unless you poisoned your rations and threw them at a rat.
Oh, can I take one ration
you
while
take-
I'm
yes,
at
you
it?
can have one
or
ration.
Can I take... Yeah, I'll take one.
And Tony,
Yeah.
nothing special about the armor or the longbow.
No.
They're just standard issue.
They're just, standard issue. I will tell you, while Furion is searching Caracas, perhaps the rest of you, as you're resting, poke around this horrible rat room, and you discover, maybe in bits and pieces, with all the horrible rat nests, the rats have made a nest out of various things they've scavenged from the dungeon, most of which is trash and filth. But also, these rats have a keen eye for shiny things, so you will find 312 silver pieces, which is like spare change. And why don't you decide who's going to be the person who will be the safekeeper for those? 68 gold pieces. And 3 gems worth 25 gold pieces each.
I nominate Furion. He already
Okay,
has all of
I'm
the
gonna
others.
I'm gonna be the bank here, and I'll pack those away, and
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
split those up
Yeah,
evenly
team
later.
accountant, nerd.
Fury stays behind. It's all the loot.
I'll
is
make
all
sure
free.
it's all
Yeah.
fairly accounted for.
Yeah, exactly. He writes it all down.
He's a bookkeeper.
Can't trust me. I'm stupid.
Well, hey, you could be trustworthy.
He is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
It seems
I
like
don't
you.
feel
he's
that-
gonna lose it.
I don't know, but you're less likely to engage in financial fraud, so I feel good about that.
That's true.
I don't know what happened. Did the Thundercliff family like lose all their money in a Ponzi scheme? We don't know.
No, they have the money. Max wasn't really given any of the money to look after. It's part of the way he had to go find some for himself. Hence the adventure.
So, you've searched, you have discovered the fate of one of the adventurers of the party you were looking for, though this is not either of the siblings that you were particularly hired to search for, just to clarify. But it seems like you are on their trail. Do you have a sense of what you'd want to do next? Do you want to poke around that fountain more?
No, I think we should go back down to that
There seems to
goblin
be
door and see what's on the other
I
side.
think our ranger friend was the source of the tracks, and alas, he met his fate. So I think we need to go back.
There are other doors in that long hallway.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
So we can maybe go back and check those out and see if there's maybe another tunnel like this one full of rats.
Yep.
I mean,
it was the ones with there was one with the goblin footsteps, which I'm wandering back down to now. This was our door. That wasn't the magic door that was trying to kill us.
So that door is, just to recap.
Not that one. That
the
door.
one that you're in front of there, Velo. The southern one that you were not able
that's
to
the magic
open.
death door.
Magic death door.
This is the goblin door.
This door,
Velo has run down the corridor and is like waving and saying, "This door has goblins on the other side. Let's go kill them."
The southernmost one you have confirmed magic death door. The magic death door status of this door is undetermined.
So, am I still a goblin?
That is a good... You know what? I guess if you took a short rest, no. And you did. In fact, I think you've taken multiple short rests, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think because your spell only lasted an hour. So
Yeah.
you're not a goblin anymore unless you want to recast the spell.
I don't think I can until we have a long rest.
Okay, so can we
Oh no,
politely
I've got
ask?
2 slots. I could recast it. So
We had a good run. I wouldn't want to sully our amazing scheme by doing it really badly.
yeah, but it would be funny.
Yeah, is this like go out on top strategy of barding? Oh, Meepo wants to go too. Hey guys, wait for me.
Okay, can we politely ask Elena to check out that door with stealthy skills?
I don't know, can you?
Can I do that, please? I do that then.
Yes, speak with authority.
Can I first roll a perception or investigation, just because I'm still bruised with that previous experience of the scythe?
So in general, I believe, if I'm doing it correctly, investigation would be more like like asking around town. I think it's kind of a social thing. I think that's right. Whereas perception is like studying the door carefully.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
right.
perception.
And I believe no
roll a
one had studied the magic death door carefully before you tried to open it. So,
No, so this time I'm gonna do it.
all right,
That's good character development.
yeah.
So
Now we look
I
at doors.
I have 19 before even adding anything. So
It looks like the dooriest of doors you've ever doored, Adina.
amazing. Then I'm going to.
It's adorable.
Oh, God.
All right, the podcast is over. Good night, everybody.
So now I want to slowly open it because there might be goblins on.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you
you
want to
don't
roll
really wanna-
stealth to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
23.
All right. You are very quiet.
It's the
and
oil
stealthily.
out, oils all of the hinges.
You know.
Okay, let's go.
All right. The room beyond Adina, you are sorry, Elena. Elena, you look beyond. The room beyond is there's it's dirty and kind of gross, and there's some goblin footprints on the ground, but it looks otherwise safe. You see a door to the north off of this little square room that the door opened into. So, Elena, do you want to lead the way into this room?
Yeah. Can I roll a perception for the room?
Yes.
Okay. 18. 20.
You study the room carefully. There's nothing exciting here. Variety of goblin footprints and some boot prints coming and going from the 2 doors. Actually, I will say the boot prints are only going.
Okay. That makes more sense for this adventure.
Thank you for not pointing out the horrible mistakes I make in my logic. So, Meepo also follows you.
I'm going to slowly open this door as well.
All right. Do you want to roll stealth?
Yep. 26.
All right.
Those rolls.
So again,
I put
Yeah.
some oil on the hinges.
So let me describe this one carefully. So, Elena, you start opening the door to the north, and you are doing it expertly, quietly, and stealthily. And as you're doing it, like the door has just gotten like a couple inches open. You can see that the hallway beyond is dimly illuminated, so it seems like, people might live beyond as opposed to rats, not big into torches. And I'm going to say, because you rolled such a perfect stealth score, you notice as you're opening the door, there's like a little mechanism at the top of the door, inside the door, with a bell on it. And you have not, the bell has not rung yet, but if you had just opened the door, a bell would have rung. So I'm going to say you pause and because you were being very quiet and stealthy, and like maybe even your hand darts out and like catches the bell before the bell rings, so you can decide what you're going to do next.
Can I remove the bell or deactivate the alarm?
Why don't you, I'm going to say, give me a DC 10 dexterity, and you could just like snip the bell so that the part that rings doesn't, you just cut that out.
Okay. Let me work out which
So
die
you're rolling a
the D-
D10,
the D-
right?
you're
No,
roll
rolling
a
a
D20.
20. Sorry,
a
when I say
D20.
DC, that means the goal.
Target to
So
hit
like,
is
target is 10 and above.
Roll a D20. It has to be higher than 10.
Oh God.
Plus your dexterity, which is good.
11.
Plus your dexterity, right? So,
Yeah, with dexterity, yeah.
okay. So, way to cut it kind of close.
But I did it.
So, like, you're trying to disable the bell, and you're meaning to just cut out like the clapper part of the bell, and it accidentally the whole bell pops off, and it's falling like in slow motion, and you kind of like lurch, and like your other hand sticks out between the door and catches it before it hits the ground, and everybody in the room is holding their breath watching you. But you have disabled the bell. I am gonna say you now have a moment to look beyond and see what's beyond the room or beyond the door.
Oh my
What is
god.
that?
This you're gonna love this.
You're gonna love it, really.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Caltrops?
Yeah, thank you, Liz Miles. The room beyond is rather strange. There's kind of like a little hallway, and the hallway is littered with caltrops. If you're not familiar with a caltrop, you were much cooler than I was in high school. If you are, a caltrop is the Dungeons and Dragons equivalent of scattering Legos on the carpet. They're these little metal spiky bits. I don't know, they kind of look like jacks. And the idea being people put them out to discourage people from walking in an area littered with caltrops. Also, about, I guess it's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet down this corridor, there's like a wall that's been built across the corridor, but it's real sloppy looking, and like it looks like a recent addition to the dungeon. It's not part of the original construction, and it's only about I called it a wall, but it's probably like, I don't know, maybe waist high. So
Okay, so we can get over it.
Can I use my mage hand to clear the caltrops out the way?
You could. It's going to be very time consuming because there are. Hold on here. Let me read about caltrops.
I mean, there's only 24 there.
That's not true. It says liberally strewn. For some reason,
I have a thing that causes harmless Trevors to the ground for 1 minute. Would that move anything?
it would make them
Might
kind of dance
alert
about.
people.
Just
Yeah.
bummer.
I think given that we didn't want to ring a bell, we probably don't want an earthquake.
Can we like
we just,
laser
like-
dance over these, like entrapment
Yes.
style?
Yes, you could.
Can I
Also, you
can
could
I do
like an
parkour
you could also
over the walls?
you could also like laser dance fall face first onto them. So you can do a lot of things, Tiff. I will tell you, there's about 200 caltrops on the floor.
Ooh,
Can we just
Okay.
pick them up? Because divided by the bunch of us, we just sort of pick up like 20 each and we're done.
First of all, I don't think that's correct. But second of all, you could do that. It would take a little bit of time and care. You have to be very careful when you're picking up a caltrop because it's basically like a jagged, spiky piece of metal, and you don't want to get tetanus.
It's like picking up smashed
So can
glass.
we
It's
can we
easy.
walk?
Wait, whoa, hold on.
Does anyone
hold
have
on.
like a magnet spell that can just kind of
Thank-
Can we walk
I wanna know,
carefully
Liz-
through here and avoid the
Liz?
caltrops?
Liz, how much shattered glass do you pick up every day?
Well, this isn't an everyday thing, but occasionally, I drop a glass. You just pick it up really quickly. You're fine.
Why wouldn't you take your time?
Because it's boring, so you do it quickly.
All right. Let me tell you about navigating caltrops that your players would know innately as seasoned adventure level 1. All right. Some of you know. Furion lectures you about caltrops. Furion tells you. So this hallway is strewn with caltrops. You would need to make a DC 15 dexterity check to, as Tiff described, laser dance through the caltrops. If you fail, and you're going to need to make that every square full of caltrops.
Oof.
So there's, a straight line is 4 squares. If you fail, you take damage because you step on a caltrop and it punctures your foot, which is going to be bad for your movement speed. You can also move at half speed through the caltrops and just be carefully pick your foot. But basically the idea is if you want to move if you move at normal speed, you're probably going to, cut up your feet. So
can I use my quarterstaff to sweep them out of the way? Like a sort of makeshift.
There's a lot of
thing.
them. There's 200 of them. So
yeah, I know.
Why don't
but
we
it's
just
a
move at half
quarterstaff. I can
speed?
just all right. I sit down on the floor, and the quarterstaff is level like that, and I sweep them to the side like this.
you could do that. It might take a
it's
while.
20
You also suspect that these caltrops might belong to someone.
So, can I pick them up and sell them?
You have not yet seen a place that says, we buy and sell caltrops here at the Sunless Citadel. Caltrops are us. Caltrops. Get your caltrops. Or sell us caltrops.
So the idea-
We're here to help.
I could start a caltrop business.
So the idea
You could
here
start a caltrop business.
is we were supposed to ring the bell, and then that would alert them, and then they would come, and we would be slowed. But they don't know about us being here theoretically, so we might
No.
have a little more time to get through the caltrops at half speed.
Yes.
I think we should do the half speed movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 20 feet, right? That's not difficult.
That's 2
for most of
turns
us.
for most of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we even in a turn-based system right now?
Not yet.
There's no... Exactly. So let's just... I guess it will happen, but...
Unless
Okay,
there's
let's
a
go for it. Go,
trap.
Go. Run for it. Run very slowly. Run.
Yes, run
Walk
for it carefully.
for it.
Slowly. Walk for it. Don't run. Walk through the caltrops. So,
All right.
Run in slow motion.
I'm going to start moving then, right?
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Go.
I'm going to fall in line behind Max.
All
I move
right.
15 feet. I
Max,
have a movement speed of 30
Give
feet.
me a stealth check.
God damn it. We did the stealthy bit. You can't have more than
19.
one. This is deeply unfair.
It's a
Well,
19.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. My middle name is Deeply Unfair.
That's 2 middle
I'm
names.
sorry, Mike. What did you say? You said 19 or something?
19, yeah.
That's very good. Nox, do you want to follow?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
God, we're all going to die.
There's a parrot that's mad that the parrot's not playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if you can hear it. Nox, give me a stealth check.
Stealth, just double checked. +2. 18.
All right, that's very good. Who wants to follow Nox?
I'll
Okay,
go.
I'm going in.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
mine will
you
be the
go.
one that destroys us.
All right, Vela.
Okay. Wait, where's the button? Where's the... Oh, it's just here. Sorry. Okay. Oh, God. See, I told you.
Velo, could you describe what a 4 stealth check sounds like as you're creeping across the caltrops? What happens?
Yeah, this is what it sounds like. Hang on. Exactly like that.
Wait, what? I didn't hear anything. Was that how good it was?
I know. That's what it sounds.
But it was a 4. I feel like perhaps it maybe sounded different. Am I wrong?
It's a caltrop scale where it's really,
That's what it sounds like.
really easy not to make noise.
Yeah, Velo, unfortunately, you start humming the Mission Impossible theme. and then before you realize it, it's so intense and you're so focused, and you don't realize that you've accelerated from humming to just a full-on a cappella rendition of it.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
This is unfortunate.
Really, it's the crescendo of the song
Yes.
that's the
I
problem.
can't help but feel that my party might judge
Uh-oh,
me a
Goblin
little more
time.
harshly
All right.
for
two goblins poke their heads up from behind the little wall that they built here and say, "Hey, what's all this there?"
No.
You are gonna roll.
No English accents for the goblins, please.
That's not an English accent. That's a goblin accent. It's totally
okay.
different.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke accent,
What's all
please.
this then?
Oi.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey, the
mate.
goblin.
Hey, Governor. What you about? Hello.
I don't. You guys just all sound normal to me. That's how you normally sound. So I hear no difference. We should roll initiative as you and the goblins are startled by each other.
So
we just
it's
charm
quite a
them
meet cute
and
little
say-
rom-com action here. What? Oh.
15.
What is it?
This is interesting.
Yeah,
You have not actually fought goblins yet because you totally talked your way past the other two.
That's right, we did.
And I think,
this
so far you have not done anything that would, like, those two guys are just standing back there, like nothing. I figured, oh, maybe they'll talk their way past it, but then they'll do something foolish that will alert them of their presence. Nope. Jason, were you rolling Dex for, or not Dex? You rolling initiative for Meepo?
For Meepo,
too?
I can do that. What's his adjustment plus 3?
I think it was plus 2.
Okay, so 16 then for Meepo. But I can't.
16 for
I can't
Meepo?
put that in for Meepo, so you got to do it.
I'll put it in. 16 for Meepo, 15 for the goblins.
I forgot to add my initiative there, so I just added 2. Oh,
All right.
I went back to 15.
Anyone not gotten theirs in? Whoa, Max, you are very surprised, apparently.
Yeah, 3.
I'm worse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Tiff, I did not know there were so many numbers under 3. Wait, good job finding one.
Thank you. That was also with +1. So
Wow.
Oh, so you critical fail with that initiative.
yeah.
You were just not expecting this to happen this way.
No.
All right.
Fox and I were off, doing something else. We're
All
just
right,
hanging.
let us recap. So I've had you roll initiative. There are 2 goblins. The goblins are like behind this little makeshift wall that they've built here, so they will be challenging to hit with attacks. They have really built this nice little, they want to protect their back door here, so they had a door with a bell hung up on it, and they have a little hallway full of caltrops, and then like a little fortification that they're hiding behind. And they've got their little short bows there. So Elena, you are going to be the first to react, followed by Nox, followed by Meepo, then the goblins, then Fury and Velo, Max, and Elle bringing up the rear. So Elena, you are first.
Yes, I want to try to use my 2-weapon fighting to start with the short bow and then throw a dagger at the one on the right.
I think the tricky thing, I think short weapon fighting is only for melee.
Yeah.
Because you have to be...
No, if either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it.
Is that what it says for 2-weapon fighting?
Yep.
Wow.
I've studied this.
Okay. I guess you can do that. Wow. I didn't know
you
that.
have to have 2 light melee weapons one in each hand.
So, Adina...
So the first one doesn't work with the short bow.
However, you are recently come into the possession of a variety of daggers.
So you could just throw
so
2
you
daggers.
could hold 2 daggers and throw 2 daggers. Because I don't know how many daggers you had before, but you have a lot more now. So you could be
But
throwing daggers left and right.
So I can throw both daggers then.
I believe so. I think that's what you just told us with the 2.
because it's either weapon. Okay.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
guess the
going-
great thing about a dagger is you can pick it up afterwards.
Yes.
Right?
The tricky thing is you do kind of, and this is one of those kind of annoying management things. You have a finite number of daggers. You can always go and pick them up afterwards. But like, if you've got 6 daggers and you throw 6 daggers, you don't have any more daggers until you have time to pick them up.
Oh, yeah,
which,
14 though, right? You picked up like a bunch. How many daggers do you have now?
7.
All right.
Oh, so you had 2 and now you have 5.
Yeah.
So probably before you weren't going to throw the daggers because it's like, I need these.
Yep.
But now,
Now,
now they're a little bit more
Sometimes I can
disposable.
away from me.
How much fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like murder Sesame Street. I had
so,
2 daggers and then I picked up 5 daggers.
Adina, I encourage you to think about, is Olena the kind of person that throws 2 daggers at one goblin or 1 dagger at each goblin?
It would be much cooler to do one at
goblin.
each.
The thing with the second dagger, the bonus attack is that I can't add my ability modifier.
Yeah, because it's like you're not as good throwing daggers with your whatever your offhand is, whether it's your left or your right hand. So, but you're a person that throws 2 daggers at one goblin, so that's pretty cool.
I want to finish the one if I can. Let's see. Good start.
Good strong start.
What am I looking at? 2 + 5, 7.
So that does not hit. I will also tell you, unfortunately, these goblins are behind a wall.
Yeah.
So you have disadvantage. So your first one, you'd roll it and take the lower, but the 7's not going to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a 20 + 5.
Then you got to roll
But you got to
again.
roll
But
twice. You got to roll twice because you got disadvantage and take the lower. So 21 plus
So
5.
then I take the 7.
No. So because
roll again.
This is your second.
Roll
This
again.
is your second attack.
throw.
Yeah, theoretically, because
First
you
one
did 2
you straight up
attacks and
missed.
they're both at disadvantage, you would roll 4 times. So you've done the effective of 3. I don't know if I made that more confusing or less.
Yeah. So now I have to roll 2 times for the second
No,
attack.
that was
You- okay.
that was your first roll for the second attack. So you just need to roll one more time.
Okay. And do I still add the modifier for my
Yep,
weapon?
I believe so.
Yeah, for the attack roll, but not the damage.
For
right?
the AC, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's 8.
Oh no! So you head up to the doorway and you're just flinging daggers, and they are bouncing off the wall that the goblins are hiding behind.
How embarrassing! Guys, can you help?
No one saw except L, Furion, and Meepo, and Fox. So, no one else
Velo
saw
knocks
that.
and Max and the 2 goblins and a few
Fox is
people
going to come
looking
sit
on.
next to you because you feel
Yeah.
sad and it's a,
Yeah.
it's a therapy
I need
weasel.
a therapy animal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the goblins might talk about this in their newsletter if they survive this. So,
Okay.
yes. All right. Nox, not Fox. Nox.
Okay.
You're in a box.
No.
Yeah, I'm just sort
Full
of.
socks.
You are currently not yet stepped on caltrops, but standing in and around caltrops.
Okay, can I theoretically? This is not me saying what I want to do.
You're not taking your hand off the piece yet. You're just.
Yeah. I have a charm person spell.
Mm-hmm.
Could I charm one of the goblins to be on our side?
I believe if you look at the charm person spell, let me pull it up here. Let's see.
Wisdom saving throw. And
You attempt to
with
charm a
advantage.
humanoid you can see. Check. It must make a wisdom saving throw. Probably not going to be great at that. It does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. You did just throw daggers at it.
Well, we missed.
Yeah, well, it's... yeah. Well, the goblin saw that. If it fails the saving throw, it's charmed. And the charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. So...
Worth a go?
It
Yeah,
might
at least
be,
it means that they
would
wouldn't
be,
attack us.
I mean, it would be probably tactically it's a more useful out of combat situation thing, right?
Right. Okay.
But it would make that goblin very confused. You know, why are you people fighting? I love both of you. So
Yeah, it might make it less likely to attack us.
it
which
would
is
make
still
it
useful.
it would make it unlikely to attack you, I think.
Yeah,
So.
which is still very useful.
Okay. Well, let's try that because it sounds fun.
All right. That's a good
But
reason.
first, I will features and traits. I shall do some bardic inspiration because I can do that for free. Well, kind of for free. And I will do that on Max again because
Thank
he's
you.
right next to me. So Max has an extra 1d6 if this goes horribly wrong, which it will.
Likely to.
Yeah. But
So remind me again for that. When do I get to use that?
anytime you roll, you can add an extra 1d6.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll try and charm the goblin just in front of me.
Okay, so that goblin, you're telling me that goblin to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
With
This
advantage.
goblin... with advantage. Okay. I was going to say goblins have a -1 to wisdom. So the first roll would be a 9. The second roll is lower. I guess the 9 is the high number. So I believe that is significantly lower than your spell save. So this first goblin, he needs a name. I prepped a list of goblin names.
Don't give them names. We're gonna kill it.
Nope. Now you'll feel bad. This one is you know his name because you have looked into his heart.
I haven't.
Nox, you know his name because you've looked into his heart.
It's your choice if you want to share it with the rest of the group.
Yep.
Tell
but
us.
you know that his name is Ux.
For the next
and
hour, Ux is our friend.
he is your acquaintance.
Yes.
He's not gonna be acquaintance when I set him on fire.
Friendly
I was
acquaintance.
just looking.
Look, we've got
just-
an hour of Ux.
You should.
That's
Do you
pretty
want to
good.
make sure that your allies know how charm works?
I will explain to them that Ux is our friend.
Yeah.
So
God, I
Ux,
want to set them on fire.
No.
Set the other one on fire.
Yeah, set the other one on
But it's
fire.
a cone. It's a cone I send out so I can hit them both.
Ux ceases to be charmed if he gets attacked by you all.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
the-
Don't
really want
attack
to
the one
burn
on the
her.
right.
Yeah, the
let
one
me
on the
shoot
right
them
will be useful to us because he might also help us when we get into the next section.
so.
Maybe
Nox,
we're going to keep an eye on
you've,
the 9 o'clock.
You think he's going to help us after we murder his friend?
But what if his
Well-
friend gets charmed too?
Yeah.
I would love to
This
go
is a
through the
lack of-
whole of Goblin territory without actually fighting goblins. That would be great.
Yes. That
I don't know how many
Does
spells
anyone
you all
else
have.
have charm?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really.
Okay.
Oh no! Are you before me or after me? Because I'm going to set things. Oh no!
Okay.
Nox, you've cast a spell.
Meepo, don't attack anybody, I think.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Don't attack Ux.
No, attack the one that's going to attack us.
Yeah.
Nox, what did you
Yeah.
say? You don't have too much time to think about it. You're in battle. You have 6 seconds for your turn. You spent 5 of them casting charm on Ux. You turn to
Okay.
Meepo and you say,
Don't attack anyone.
Meepo salutes.
Oh!
Aye, aye. Meepo attacks no one. Goblin's turn. The Ux seems kind of befuddled by this whole situation. Ux does not know what to do. His coworker is not sure why Ux is wasting all his time. Who is the biggest threat? Max. Max is the biggest threat. I mean, both physically and proximity wise. He lines up a short bow shot and shoots at Max. 7 versus Max AC. I don't think gets anywhere near him.
No.
Can he do anything else? He does not like his situation, and Ux says to him, "Why would you do that?" Sorry. Oi, why would you do that, Copper? This podcast is over.
Very much
He
more of an
calls it, his
accent. You
nickname
just
is
added
Copper
more
because
words.
he found a copper
Yes.
piece once.
They're kind of orangey. Yeah. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. So it's like I'm there. So
In Australia?
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Tony really puts the UK in UK
Yeah.
TPK.
Yes. I put the UG in UK. Okay. So I guess that's it for the goblin because the charm goblin is not sure what to do. Furion.
I'm going to cast Charm Person on the other goblin.
All right.
I hate you both.
But this is brilliant.
But I want to set them on fire.
I'll just point out, Liz, there's a lot of goblins in this adventure. So this is just
I want
because.
to set these ones on
Oh,
fire.
well, okay. I can't help you with that. Furion, so the goblin makes a wisdom check with advantage.
Yeah.
First one is. Where's my dice roller?
Please fail.
Is a 7. Second one is a 12. Does a 12?
Oh, it's
12 do it?
-1.
It's -1.
Oh, he fails. He likes us too. They both like us now.
Oh, no.
Yay. I like this plan.
Can you just remind me of it's like as a close acquaintance, what is the exact wording?
Oh, wait, it worked. What did it have to be?
He's a friend
It
of
had
me.
to be it had to be below 13, but it's got a -1 wisdom. So it That did
All right.
It is a
It says in
friendly,
regard to you as a friendly acquaintance.
All right, so the friendly acquaintance, and this is just like, I'm just gonna anticipate some things that players have done in the past or tried to do, I should say, when they've charmed someone. Friendly acquaintance. So he's friendly. He is not like your thrall. You can't say like,
Kill
give
the
us all
other
your
guy
money,
or whatever.
kill yourself. Probably they're not going to kill anyone else that they are friendly to, right? There are other spells that you could have that would like force them to do your bidding. This is just your buddies. You're, more than coworkers. I don't know enough about friends, but they're
Kind of like coworkers you get a beer with after work.
Yeah.
On a Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah.
on a Thursday.
What you never
Friday
think about
friends.
again when you leave the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Thursday friends only.
All right.
It's
let me
like
find-
those university friends that you never keep
So
up with.
after I cast that on him, I then say, "Hey, buddies, what's this guy's name, by the way?"
This guy's name is Clubs. Clubs the Goblin.
Okay. Hey, Clubs. Ux,
Clubs McGee.
there's lots of caltrops in here. Can you give us a hand getting through?
Hold on a second. I just need to put Clubs into the thing here. Clubs and Uck kind of look at each other and say, "No, we gotta leave the caltrops there. It's a defense mechanism. But here, just take your time."
Okay.
Clubs kind of stands out of the way, and he even goes and gets like kind of like a board to like put up like as a ramp onto the little wall. So
Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you.
they are no longer threats.
Thank you for being
So
a
you are-
friend.
Yeah. So you can now, take your time and traverse the caltrops area, but they are not willing to, they're not going to dismantle their trap for you.
So from here, what do we see on their side of the? There's a door.
Let me describe, and I know that room is very crowded, so you squeeze into it. Ox is like, we've never had so many people here before.
It's
And I
almost as if the
asked
dungeon
them,
designer
so we go this way, right?
anticipate
What's back
this.
behind this door? This is the right way, right?
Let's see. Let me just. So this is there's a little guard station here where Club and Ux hang out. They've got like a little cook fire. They've got a couple wine skins full of goblin wine. And then there's a door that leads to the south down another little hallway off this room. Do you see that right? The door is like under Max's token now.
Yeah,
Do you want to just proceed that way?
I think so.
How you got? All right. Do you have
do
any?
we wanna get
So
some
these guys
info into them?
will know in an hour. They'll know that they were charmed and we went past them. But we
Yes.
should be gone,
Which is
long gone
particularly
by then.
significant vis-a-vis taking short rest because you are now in enemy territory.
Should we at least ask what's through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, see if our buddies can give us some advice about like what's down here. Just all casual, like this is the right way to go, right? What's
Yeah.
down here?
Oh yeah, this is Clubs. You can tell he's a little different
Yeah.
than Ox. Practice range is on there. Beyond that, we got some storerooms. A place where you keep the prisoners. You keep heading west. Eventually, you'll get to the throne room. Yeah.
So
Okay, I'd like to ask the nice chatty goblin. So yeah, prisoners. How's that going? How's that going for you? Got any good ones lately?
Oh, yeah, pretty good. We got a whole party about a month ago. We got a couple kobolds right now. We might have to trade them back to the kobolds because the kobolds got a couple goblins. That happens a lot around here. There's a steady flow of hostages back and forth. We got a gnome we've had for a while. Real chatty. But once you get to know him, he's not all bad. Gnome,
So
what
does
I
that
mean?
What happened to
Okay,
those
sweetheart.
those adventurers? Where are they still?
Yeah.
Are they still here? You said that there's just kobolds as prisoners now.
Oh yeah. We had like three. I don't remember their names. But then the leader of the tribe, he took them off somewhere. Said that they were needed down below. I don't really know much about that. I'm mainly stationed here.
How do we get?
Can I offer you some?
How do we get
can I
down
offer you
below?
some wine? Oh, it's off of the chieftain, the tribe leader. His throne room leads down to the below place. So we're not supposed to go there anymore.
Right.
It's
So
real
where can I?
real
Is
dangerous.
that where the
What?
dragon went?
No. Hey, how do you know about that?
Oh, we talked to the guy who we met the kobolds who had that dragon.
Oh yeah. Pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're a goblin king person. How are they these days? They getting on okay?
Actually, we are currently under the supervision of a hobgoblin, if I do say so myself. you know?
Wow, wow, that's nice. So
You're
this
living large.
hobgoblin, what
If I do
is
say
he
so
like? You know,
myself.
if you wanted to get in with the hobgoblin,
Let me just make sure I get the name of the. So first off, you might want to know that the room with the dragon. He's going to volunteer. He's very helpful. Oh yeah, you know, on your way to the throne room, up toward the north, we've got our trophy room, keeping the dragon there. Pretty sweet. And I just want to make sure I get the name of the hobgoblin correct so that I don't create continuity issues for myself. All right. So, I think this is Club still. Club says, "Oh yeah. A while back, this hobgoblin and his friends, hobgoblin, he's Dern. Dern's in charge of the tribe now. He's real tough. Real tough."
And so who's he buddies with around here? What are they like? What is he like? How does he take his holidays?
He doesn't really hang out much with me and my we're kind of at the bottom of the hierarchy.
Oh.
You know, guard duty. There's like the guy who used to be in charge of our tribe. Hey, Tim. Little gossip for you there. But yeah, I don't know. Things have been okay for us under Dern. No complaints from clubs, I always say.
What's the staffing levels like? Are you guys overworked, or are there lots of people around?
Oh, you're looking for a job? I mean, we've had some casualties with the whole war with the kobolds thing, but we're doing pretty good. I don't know. There's got to be like Ux? What do you think? Like 40 or 50 of us? 20 strong warriors? Yeah.
All through that door?
All throughout. That's a weird question. Close.
Hey, on the way here, we
would they be willing
friendly
to come with
acquaintance. You doing a survey? Some kind of threat assessment? What's going on here?
We wanted to know how stressed you were. You know, I know the job can be pretty tough.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Plenty of wine. Would you like some wine?
love some.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
So
Really good, thanks.
Clubs offers you Velo he passes over to you Goblin wineskin. Do you want to take a swig of it?
Yep.
Okay. So this is what goblins call Goblin wine. You as players may be more familiar with this substance under the name vinegar.
Nice. Velo takes a swig. She's like, "Yeah, it's good stuff."
Velo, give me a
it.
Constitution check.
Oh, damn you! Why do you ruin my fun?
I have not ruined anything yet. Also, this is great.
16.
16. It is Velo. I don't know. You tell me. It has no
16
ill physical
plus
effects on you.
2.
What?
16 plus 2, 18.
Wow,
So
you
does
have a
that mean it
cast
has
iron stomach.
a benefit, possibly?
Yeah, I think there are no negative physical effects for you. For being a person who would drink goblin wine, you gain inspiration if you did not already have it.
I did! I used it! Yes!
All right.
Because that was incredibly foolish.
Furion is going to give.
Hey, that was also incredibly in character.
Yes, it was,
for sure. Furion's going to give hugs to his goblin buddies and then walk out the door.
All right.
So, do we want to take these guys with us?
We could.
Ux, teaches you a.
Can we persuade them to
goblin
come with us?
They seem. Give me a persuasion
we
check.
have to
The
keep-
challenge is that this is their job.
Yeah.
So
We have to keep track of the time
18.
because, like, it hits that hour.
Yeah,
and they're gonna try and kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
we'll
true.
have killed them by that point.
Yeah, but
How about this? I want to convince them if I can get at least one of them to sort of like open the door and point the way, and then they can come back in. I'll
Yeah,
persuade them
that's
that
good.
way.
All right.
That's good.
Now I got an 18.
all right. So we'll say which one. Who do you want to bring with you, Ux or Clubs?
Clubs.
I want Ux because he hasn't talked as much and he's got that interesting accent.
Oi! I was moving away from Ux for reasons as a favor to all of you,
were.
and here we are again. All right. Ux
Governor.
is happy. Hello. Let's go this right away over here. I can't maintain this voice in any possible way. What could go wrong? Now I'm vaguely New Jersey.
Yep. Forget about it.
No.
Hey, I'm Goblin here. This podcast. Oh man, we have how many people are still on the Twitch stream? Did it just shut down now?
0 now. It's negative numbers
Zero.
now.
40,
The
believe it
math
or
works.
not.
Can't argue with that. Let's see.
Goblin here.
This was Ux. Ux leads you down a little hallway to the south. This seems to be, let's see here.
What?
This seems to be some kind of practice range. So there's a bunch of ranged weaponry stacked against the wall to the south here. And then the wall to the north is like littered with like bent arrows and, there's some human-sized targets kind of slung up on the center of the wall. And it's, let me just check here. Do I have this? Actually, do I have this right? And there is another, can I move your token for a second? Not sure if I'm getting this right. I think I'm getting this right. Yeah. There is another, weird little half wall.
Oh, this thing.
Reveal more. Yeah. I was like, is that a wall or a half wall? And I think it's a half wall. I hope I'm doing this correctly.
On the floor.
Get down.
Come with me if you want to live.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think you can see through that.
Oh,
Is that
boy.
wall visually different than the other walls? It is.
Well, we can
That
see
was quite a
through.
reveal to give us at that moment.
So you can see, I'm going to say you poke your head around the corner and can see on the other side of the, so it looks like this is like a little target range where these 3 goblin hunters are up toward the top and they are firing stuff into these targets on the south wall here. And you see them Ux, like you can hear and probably peeking around the corner, Max, see them. Ux says, oh yeah, they're co-workers.
Do you
So-
think we can get Ux to get us through this room?
Could, say he needs to do something and clear them out temporarily?
He is a friendly acquaintance. He is not your mind slave.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering.
Okay, well, here's something. Oh, hey, so Ux, this is a practice range. It's going to be pretty difficult for us to cross without getting hurt. Would you mind maybe helping suspend practice for a little bit?
Or will they be done in less than an hour?
That's a very specific
57
request.
What is this hour you speak of?
So Ux moves across the room and he starts talking to the goblin. These look like goblin hunters that are standing there. Some of them have kind of elaborate face painting and tattoos, and they basically they tell Ux off and kind of like you can just tell based on goblin body language that Ux has been disparaged and insulted, and Ux kind of sheepishly slinks back over there. I think they're gonna be a while if you were waiting for a chance to do archery. Sorry about that. I'm not really in good with those guys.
Can
I think
we
that was almost
just pop
cunning of
in
cunning
and say,
plans.
hi, people, how are you doing? And attempt to use charm, not the spell charm, just natural charisma to get past.
That
When
seems
they
like a
have
bad idea.
weapons directed at us.
Oh, okay. I have a spell that I can make a sound that originates from my point of choice, and maybe we could use that to distract
Is
them.
it
to
is
leave
it
the
someplace
room.
that you can see, or not?
It says you create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range.
What's the range?
Such as a rumble of thunder, 30 feet.
Oh, 33 feet.
The cry of a raven or ominous whispers.
Could you do it from one of the?
Ominous
Would it
whispers.
stretch to one of the rooms behind them or something, like from a different room? Would that be
can I
within 30 feet?
throw that? How do I see the distance?
Yeah, and then they go into that room where there's like 3 more goblins. So if we have to go through there,
We're
we have
just
to
gonna
fight
pile
6
them
at
all
once
up,
instead
really.
of 3.
Jason, where are we on time? I forget if we're getting close
We've got
to
about
a big cliffhanger.
we got 5 or 10 minutes probably.
Okay. So
I think we should try and I think
there are. I think I'll just try and help you a little bit. There's lots of different ways you could play with this situation. Ux could be a person that could be helpful, or maybe you need to get Ux out of this room because he's not helpful to you, depending on your approach. I don't know if you're trying to, and it depends probably the different levels of difficulty, right? Do you want to just sneak past these guys? Do you want to convince them that you're buddies to get close enough to murder them? Do you want to convince them to let you past? There's different things that might have different types of difficulty. You know what? You guys have created a relatively safe place for yourselves here with Ux and clubs on your side. It probably wouldn't be hard for, you to take turns kind of engaging Ux and clubs in small talk while you the rest of you kind of confer and come up with a strategy in this little hallway, as opposed to in the last little hallway I had you in. It's like, no, there's a goblin walking toward you. Act now.
Right. So what I was thinking, and I like this if she can do it, is Tiff's idea of creating a very noisy distraction behind them. Because if they go and turn around and maybe look out the door or go out the door, we could just all rush out the side door. Now, probably into more goblins, right? But at least those guys wouldn't see us.
Ones.
Okay, I have a deception +4, so I think I should try and persuade them that we're here to see the Hobgoblin King, and obviously they should let us pass because otherwise the Hobgoblin King would be really mad at them. That's my suggestion.
We could try that, and then we can kill them if we don't like that, and we could probably have Ux and clubs help persuade.
They could back
them.
that story up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could introduce us.
Yeah, Max is going to love that
I will just
too.
point out the just one just common thing adventurers struggle with. Should your plan go awry, the 2 lies is rarely more useful than 1. It's just like my classic life advice here for you when talking your way past goblins.
Yeah, we just need to. We have an appointment to see the Hobgoblin King about.
I have now. We have now met the educational minimum.
Throw
update.
around his name. Say Dern's expecting us.
You do know? Yeah, you do know his name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's have Ux and clubs.
I'm going to go in there.
Usher us in. We'll ask them to we need to talk to these guys in order to get past the firing range. Can you introduce us?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Ux and clubs, that's totally within the range of a friendly acquaintance. They are ready to do that. We'll say that you give them your names so that they all know.
Yeah.
So I'll assume Ux and clubs are going to kind of lead the way.
Is that a little awkward? Where they're like, God, I'm really bad with names. I know we're friends and all that, but I've always thought about you as the
clubs is like, hold on, let me put it into my BlackBerry
as the dragony guy, and that's, I know that's not your name, but that's just how I file you mentally. So if you could just, I'm really really embarrassed because I know we're friends, but I need.
Boy, I'm really embarrassed. All right. So Ux waves to get them to stop shooting bow and arrow at the. This is really not an OSHA compliant space here where it's like Ux and clubs work at the bottom end of an archery range. But Ux and clubs,
this got to happen all the time, right? When they need to get through, and they're like, hey, "Hold it for a minute, hold it while we cross over."
Yeah, it seems like Ux and clubs do not, and you even notice Ux looks like he's missing one ear from possibly.
They may have shields that they have to hold out.
Yeah. Ux and clubs kind of wave you in, and they're leading the way. So if you want to follow in behind them.
So I've got +5 on deception and persuasion. Is this a situation where we want to deceive or persuade?
If you are lying,
this is deception.
It's deception.
Okay.
If you are convincing somebody of, if you're making a deal or trying to, convince somebody of something honestly, be persuasion. Players are really bad at noticing when they're lying. They'll be like, yeah, but my character believes this inane thing that I'm saying. And it's like, no, they don't. So Nox, are you leading the way? Are you the head deceiver?
Who's the most?
Does anyone have better deception?
No. I have +4.
I've got +5.
Yeah.
And I've also got an inspiration, which I can burn if necessary.
So Nox and Velo, you two seem like the most interested. So why don't we have you up at the front and you can do the talking and the dice rolling. The 3 other goblins are, hey, oi!
What was the name of the hobgoblin again?
Oh, no. Darn.
Darn.
Good job remembering the important thing that your entire plan hinges on.
Well, that's why I asked.
Yes. The goblin says, "Hey, you letting intruders through here? You're gonna get fired." He looks at Ux disparaging, and Ux says, "Oh God,
No job security.
You've done the thing where you've tricked me into playing non-player characters interacting with each other. My players in another group tried very hard to set some of the characters up on a date, and I did not allow it."
The real deception is for the DM.
Yeah. So Ux says, "No, it's okay. They have a mission. They have a meeting with Dern. We talked to them. It's cool. The other goblin is still holding his little short bow, which Ux does not like. Nox or Velo, would one of you like to jump in here?
Yeah.
We've got an appointment to see Dern. Important business. There's some gold in it. Can we just get past your range here?
All right. Velo, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, sure. We appreciate your help. We like goblins. Do goblins like gold or shit?
Yeah, everybody loves gold.
And goblins like shit.
Do we,
Are we allowed to say shit here? That's
we're-
exciting.
it's like it's kind of on the down low, a bit of a secret thing here going on with them. If you wouldn't mind keeping quiet, we could slip you a little bit of silver each. That'd be we'd really appreciate that.
Do you want to drop some silver in their hands?
Yeah.
gonna grease some
Wait, no, how
palms?
much gold did I get from what's her name? Because that's sodding useless by itself.
You have a variety of gold. I think Furion has like a sack of silver coins
Yeah, I
at
do.
this point.
Yeah, the silver's good.
Spread
right?
that
pass on,
around.
just-
That's
I've only got
yeah,
four. I've only got 4 silvers, but I've got.
somebody picks up like 300.
Oh,
Piece
is
of
it? We have a
silver
lot of
each.
silver. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
So if you can
It's like
just
your
help
classic
help us
seven-man
out, help,
con right
help
here.
help keep your king happy here, and we're happy to make things a bit nicer for you too, because we're generous sorts. That's why we're here.
The
I think we
goblin
should
looks
give
like
some
he's
money
like,
to
well, I
Hanson
don't know
Clubs.
about any appointments, and then you put the silver in his hand, and he's like, all right. And they step aside, and they point to the west. And one of they even say, yeah, we'll come along to escort you.
That's okay. We don't want to cause a fuss. Maybe just clubs here, or Ux could come. Low key. You're too important.
No, Ux needs to stay at the door. You two clubs, don't get any ideas.
Well, he's helping us without
Well,
being
one of you,
like,
maybe
harmed,
just
so.
one of you, just to keep things quiet.
It doesn't work like that, friend. Sorry. He makes sure he's got the silver already in his little pouch at this point, so you can't take
What
it
do you
back.
mean it doesn't work like that? You really want to create a fuss here? You really want Mr. Goblin King to be angry at you? Oh my god, have you seen a hobgoblin angry before? It's horrible.
Look,
They're
friend,
terrifying.
we can't have you wandering around here unaccounted for.
We might be
It's-
talking too much.
Just
It's
one of
dangerous.
you with us to keep things quiet.
All right, Nox and Velo, I need to see a deception check. I'm going to give you advantage because you still have because having clubs and Ux was a very powerful asset.
And the money.
So you
The
both
money
have
helps.
advantage,
Yeah.
and the money helps.
Okay.
So
I
advantage.
have 18 or
Okay, I got a 4. That's not good.
nah,
Come on.
then so
Remember, you have an
Yeah,
advantage, so you
18.
get to roll twice.
Go. 13 plus.
4.
Deception 4. 17.
so I had an 18.
Okay, those are both great rolls. 17 for Velo, 18 for Nox. The goblins insist that one of them has to stay here, but 2 of them will accompany you, and they're like, there's 5 of you, it won't be a problem. Just straight through here. They seem like they're being friendly enough. And they open the door to it looks like a storage room beyond, and point you in, and one's going to lead the way, and one's going to bring up the rear.
Okay.
Are you
I
okay with
really
that?
hope we don't have to go back through this way. We're leaving like just a real litter of goblins behind us.
Lot of witnesses.
Yeah.
A lot of
They're
witnesses.
friends.
There's probably
Shared
another
wine,
door.
we've given silver. These are our buddies.
That
now.
was a
They'll-
good plan, Liz.
We-
that was
we have
a
not
very
yet-
good plan.
Yeah.
Killed any goblins.
Who's going to lead the way?
Exactly. Why
Velo?
why would we be coming through peacefully if we weren't their friends?
Probably Velo or Nox should lead the way because you've been doing the talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nox, Velo, Furion, are you next?
Sure.
This is
L looks like you're
good
after, and then
fight.
Max, are you bringing up the
I
rear?
think Max should bring up the rear because
All right.
then he's a muscly guy
Elena?
next to the other goblin.
Yeah.
Meepo comes around the corner, and the goblins say, "Wait a minute, who's this? one of the goblins immediately pulls back his bow and fires an arrow at Meepo. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh my god.